redirecting. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to Quintessence, the Tatva of Kathak. I am Kinnari Modi. I am a student, friend, and sister from another mister of Pallavi. I know we have a lot of people joining us today from all over the world. Thank you. Welcome. Quintessence. If you look up the word in the dictionary, you will see this. It's a noun and it stands for the pure and concentrated essence of a substance or the most perfect embodiment of something. And that is exactly what we are here to do, to present the pure essence of Kathak through the embodiment of resilience and the never give up attitude that the world has tethered to today. And what better time to actually do that than on the occasion of International Dance Day, which was celebrated just a few weeks ago on April 29th. Now, as a dancer during these COVID times, I have often felt guilty about dancing, that I am dancing when the world is suffering. But I also realized that dance has given me the strength to face the truth. Dance sometimes helps me forget, and dance has also often helped me shed my tears. You are going to see the same being communicated today in our presentation. The limbs and the face will speak. We have two pre-recorded segments that are going to be presented today. Dancing droplets will sprinkle you with the various facets of the Kathak repertoire. The second presentation is Silent Cry, a dance narrative that will be performed by Pallavi herself. And it talks about coastal climate and the selfish human ways that has affected our coasts today. We have a guest of honor who will be joining us later after the presentation is done, Guru Parvati Datta. I'd like to speak a few words about her. An evolved performing artist, thinker, researcher, writer, and a dedicated arts administrator, Parvati Datta is the founder-director of Mahagami Gurukul, Aurangabad. It was for Mahagami Gurukul that the fundraising drive was also organized by Pallavi. She is a senior disciple of Pandit Birju Maharaj and Guru Kelucharan Mahapatra, and a Kathak and Odissi performer, having traveled extensively to more than 30 nations for performances, lectures, and workshops. She has more than 180 choreographic creations to her credit. Some of them have been presented at prestigious festivals in India and abroad as well. The Festival of India at Germany, the International Kathak Festival, Odissi International Festival, Khajuraho Festival, Kala Ghoda Festival, the Beijing International Festival are just a few that I am naming here. I know Didi is watching us right now. Namaste Didi, thank you for joining us. We also have another very special guest who is going to be joining us, Matt Straub, the founder and producer of the non-profit Performing Arts Educators. Allow me to introduce him as well. Matt Straub has experienced the performing arts as a producer, artist, and educator. Through his leadership and vision, the non-profit Performing Arts Educators, or PAE as we call it, has now for 20 years united groups non-competitively to access world-class venues such as the Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, Kennedy Center, and many on and off Broadway venues, which are otherwise unreachable to individual groups. Academically, he has taught at secondary and college levels and has also been responsible for developing evening programs at 2 colleges. In 2015, he was awarded with the Lifetime Achievement Award by the Council of Educators on the Carnegie Hall stage. Musically, he is an all-rounder with extensive performing experiences. He is a professional flutist for Florida Symphony Orchestra and primary wind at Walt Disney World, author of a textbook for performing artists called Mime Basics for Beginners. Welcome, Matt. So, a visual treat is in store for you. But how did this whole thing come about? Let's hear it directly from Pallavi's mouth. Pallavi?
Namaste and welcome everyone. I am so excited about this whole project, and we have such wonderful guests today with me, and I'm blessed that they have joined the meeting already. I would be calling them on board a little later after the performance is done. After Kinnari's wonderful introduction to the entire production, what we have come to is just brilliant, and she has introduced it so wonderfully. But I'm just going to bring back the whole thing into a very informal session, as I am always on the spot. And I would be talking about it, that how this whole thing came into reality. So this particular thing, dancing droplets, or the silent cry. I wanted to do something on International Dance Day, and this is how it started, with a small conversation with Kinnari, that I would like to have my senior students and start something with them. In this such difficult times, it is so extremely difficult for us. I'm sure Parvati Didi is with me and she would agree to teach online, especially dance, such a wonderful form. And how do you teach online with all these minute details and execution towards it with the precision? But I am also fortunate that I have such students who are dedicated, passionate about learning, and they are learning from me, say, about for 6-8 years. So that is how the conversation started, and I told her that I am just planning to have, like how drops are in the water. So maybe I will have 6-7 students, and each drop, I will symbolize everybody as each drop, and we portray each shade of Kathak. I know there are various shades and facets to Kathak repertoire, but I wanted to pick main parts of the Kathak style. So I chose 6 shades, and that's why my 6 dancers would be showing and portraying those 6 shades in different ways. The second silent cry, as Kinnari introduced you all, is about the coastal climate and the hazards and how we are disturbing the natural habitat, and hope we will be able to learn something from it. And it's a message, it's an appeal. So here we are with the entire thing, and of course then after hearing all of the COVID situation in India, genuinely I was really restless throughout almost 2 weeks, and I was like, what can I do for this entire thing? Because I'm a very small person, I'm nothing. I cannot do, I'm not like a authority or anything that I can bring in some change. But I said, I always believe that maybe small things can make, wonders. So that's how I saw Parvati Didi's message on Insta and Facebook that she is doing this drive. I messaged her saying that how can I be the part of this whole thing, She said, yes, I will let you know. And then next day, I saw that she's having this mass distribution drive on her Facebook and Insta. And I was like, wait, this is what I can try and, create something or initiate something where I can be helpful to my motherland and my beloved and near ones and dear ones. And that is how this initiative of fundraiser started. And here I am with a grand success of this fundraiser also. The link is still open. You can anytime donate. And I have not done like a huge work or anything. It's just bare minimum. Hopefully I will be able to help. But that gave me immense satisfaction that yes, I am of some help to my motherland. And that way the mask which we are using, she has such a wonderful concept for it, that her Nritya Gatha book which was there, she has designed the mask with the different characters of dancing postures on those masks, so that when she is when her organization is distributing the mask to COVID related, isolated people, rural areas, slums, orphanages, those people get the cheering and the motivation that we need to wear the mask, this is safety, and plus it is also, it's dance, so it brings in cheer and motivation. And I believe that's what we all are here as artists or teachers, that we need to bring the joy and cheer and motivation. That is the job for all of us. So this is how the fundraiser started. And yesterday the fundraiser date is supposed to be closed, but still I have kept it open. So please support us by donating, and let's bring the world together. We can help each other and fight this entire beast, the whole idea. So I will not talk much because I know I am a very talkative person, but I would like to control it and bring it down to my main project, where I would take you on the journey of Quintessence, the Tatva of Kathak, and hopefully you all will enjoy that. So let me start. I will be sharing the screen. I hope you all will be able to see it, but do let me know if anything is not right or you're not able to hear the audio or anything. So please let me know. I would also like to welcome all the audience. I know there are maestros sitting in the audience, and great dancers and accomplished artists also. So I would love to welcome you all, and thank you so much for your support and blessings. So here we go.
कथा कहे सो कथक, थिरक थिरक लचक लचक, क्रांत तिरगिड़त क्रांत तिरगिड़त क्रांत तिरगिड़त धान धा। कथक के अंग खुश तबा लेके परंपराओं का घराना, लयगत दिखावत लेके बोलों का आशिया, रस निर्मिति की उत्पत्ति ही फनकार का शामिया। Namaste. On the occasion of International Dance Day, we are here to celebrate the resilience of dance. No matter what the situation, the core, the essence and the tenor of us dancers has continued to thrive. From the comfort of our homes to being together with cautious abandon, we have danced, we have contemplated other topics that humankind faces, and we have continued to keep the spirit alive. We have kept the quintessence intact. Pristine, unscented and formless, powerful yet tempered, ever molding, never withholding. Water and dance, the spirits are parallel. They are both nimble, they are always flowing. They breathe life. They can evoke fear, love, joy, and satisfaction. Our first section, Dancing Droplets, is a presentation of the diverse and unique shades of Kathak. Like the water that courses through different levels and in different forms, we take you on a little journey as we traverse the facets of Kathak, from the oral to the visual, from the delicate to the intense. Padhan or recitation is much the same as water. It quietly rolls down the cheek. It prances around rocks. It creates shimmering ripples. It crashes on sandy shores. And then it comes to a rest at the sum, slowly ebbing away, drifting aside for a new surge.
Da din din da da din din da da din din da da din din da 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 te da di te da da te da di te da da te da di te da da di te da di te da di te da da di te da di te da di te da da di te da di te da di te da. Dina di dina dina di dina tat tat kida thun thun na di di da da din ta kida din ta ka di di da din ta ka di di da din ta kida he da din ta ka di di ka di di ka di di ka di di ka di da thun da thun da thun da ka di di ka di di ka di di ka di di ka di da thun da thun da thun da ka di di ka di di ka di di ka di di ka di da thun da thun da thun da. Dina, 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 thagi tit kat din rang tha din ka ti te da gina da kit da ga di gana kit 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 da di gana ke ta ta din din da di gana ke ta din din da di gana ke ta. Ga dina, dina, ta. Tat the da di the tat the da di the ta the tat the a the tat the the tat ta the tat ta the tat ta the tat ta. Din din dhage tirkit tu na kat dhage tirkit dina dhage tirkit dhage tirkit dhage dhage sa he dhage dhage sa he dhage dhage sa he dhage dhage sa da 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 da.
Like the delicate spring of water that shyly and quietly bubbles its way out of its source, the dancer's body unravels with the presentation of thought. Stepping in at a slower speed, watch the utpatti, the small blossoming movements that unfold our narrative.
Dha, din, din, dha, terikit dha, din, din, dha, tit, dha, din, ta, terikit ta, trak, din, dha, tit, ta, the, tat, dha, terikit a, the, tat, dha, tit, ta, the, tat, the, ta, the, ta the tat tat ta tat tat ta tat tat ta thì tớ a thì tớ ta thì tớ a thì tớ ta thì ta thì ta thì tết tết tờ tết tết tờ tớ tớ ta thì tớ a thì tớ ta thì tớ a thì tết ta thì ta thì ta thì tết tết tờ tết tết tờ tat tat tagit 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 da tagit tagit da tagit tagit da da din da din da din da ta dha tere kit dha krdhen dha tin 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 ta tit dha tit dha dha tit dha 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 tere kit dha krdhen dha tit dha dha tin tin ta tit thấy ta thấy thấy ta thấy thấy ta dha 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 tere kit dha din din dha tit dha tin tin ta thế ta thế ta te dha dha tere kit dha krdhen din din dha tit dha 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 dha krdhen din de 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 na 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 ta de de na ta a de de na tha te te dha krdhen ta thấy ta thấy ta te a thấy ta te ta thấy ta te a thấy ta te thế thế ta thế krdhen din din da tit ta thấy ta te a thấy ta te ta thấy ta 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 dha ta dha ta dha tit dha krdhen dha dha tit dha.
Two molecules of hydrogen and one of oxygen come together to create an unbreakable bond. We call it water, the liquid that flows or rains down upon us. But think about it, it too has many moods: reflective, romantic, angry, calm. Abhinay or expression in dance paints these pictures for us by way of music and poetry.
बूंद बूंद की बूंदन बूंदन गले माल पिरोए मोतियन सर 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 चले पुरवाई थर 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 लिए अंगड़ाई मेघ पुष्प छिड़कत रस अलके मनमौजी मंजरी पुलकित झूमे बरसती सावन बूंदन बूंदन नवरस वर्षा आलिंगन आलिंगन.
The mirror-like reflection in a vessel, a rain-dotted puddle, the serpentine river, a cascading sheet, or the undulating ocean. Water molds into all shapes and receptacles. Kathak similarly reincarnates itself in the various tals or rhythmic cycles and breathes by the way of its myriad compositions.
धा दिन दिन धा दिन दिन धा तिन तिन ता त्रक दिन दिन धा गे न कत गे न धा त्रक थे कित कत गदि गन न गन न गन कत गे धा त्रक दे कित कत गदि गन दान ता कित दान धा त्रक दे कित कत गदि गन दान ता कित दान धा त्रक दे कित कत गदि गन दान ता कित दा तिन तिन ता त्रक दिन दिन धा क धी ट धा ग दीन ता एदो तिचा पाज धा 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 ए दो तिचा पाज धा ए दो तिचा पाज धा ए दो तिचा पाज धा 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 रति धा एदो तिचा पाज 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 धा ए दो तिचा पाज धा ए दो तिचा पाज धा ए दो तिचा पाज धा 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 एदो तिचा पाज 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 धा एक दो तीजा पर धा, एक दो तीजा पर धा, एक दो तीजा पर धा 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 धा। ग दीन दीन ता धिन धिन धागे तेरे किट तू ना कत्ते धागे तेरे किट धीना ता दी दी तक थो दिगन्ना मधुम किट तक थो ता दी थो दी तक दिग तक दिलांग तद गिण थे दिलांग तद गिण थे दिलांग तद गिण थे तू ना कत्तिन धागे तेरे किट धीना धीना धी धीना तीना धी धीना दिंग दिंग तकिट धात्रक धेकिट कता धात्रक धेकिट कत गदिगन धान तकिट धा धात्रक धेकिट कत गदिगन धान तकिट धा धात्रक धेकिट कत गदिगन धान तकिट धा। तीना धी धीना धी तीना धीना धीना ती तीना धीना धीना धा गिडनग तक गिडनग तिट गिडनग धिन गिडन तिट कता किडनग त्रक तून किडनग तिट कता आन धागे त्रक धिकिट धागे ना धागे तिट किट धागे तिट कता गदि गन धागे तिट धगत तकिट तत्रिक तकिट कत्रिक तकिट कता गदि गन धान तकिट धान प्रांधा धगत तकिट तत्रिक तकिट कत्रिक तकिट कता गदि गन धान तकिट धान प्रांधा धगत तकिट तत्रिक तकिट कत्रिक तकिट कता गदि गन धान तकिट धान प्रांधा। ती ना धीना धीना ती।
It makes a start towards the finish. Yet water is also like a vagabond, a sojourner, creating a path, sauntering to its resting place, only to embark on another journey, again to reach newer destinations. Come along with us as we sail and go towards the next bend, Gatnikas.
ता थे तत आ थे तत ता थे तत आ थे तत ता थे तत आ थे तत धा दिन ता का धा दिन ता कत धिटत 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 तत ता थे तत आ थे तत ता थे तत आ थे तत धा कृतंता दिनता का कृतंता दिनता का ता की 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 ता थे तत आ थे तत ता थे तत आ थे तत धा कृतंता दिनता का कृतंता दिनता का ता दिन दिनदा धा दिन दिनदा दिन दिनता तक दिन दिनदा धा दिन दिनदा धा दिन दिनदा दिन दिनदा तक दिन दिनदा ता थे तत आ थे तत ता थे तत आ थे तत धा कृतंता दिनता का कृतंता दिनता का तक तकिट तक तकिट तक तकिट तक 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 तकिट तक तकिट तक तकिट तक तकिट ता थे तत आ थे तत ता थे तत आ थे तत धा कृतंता दिनता का कृतंता दिनता का तकिट तक दिनी तकिट तक दिनी तकिट तक दिनी तकिट तक तकिट तक दिनी तकिट तक दिनी तकिट तक दिनी तकिट तक दिनी ता तत आ थे तत ता तत आ थे तत ता तत आ थे तत धा कृतंता दिनता का कृतंता दिनता का दग 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 दग
Water imprints its sounds everywhere. In the pitter-patter of rain, in the murmur of a brook, in the whisper of the ocean wave. our stream, tides towards the banks. We are at the zenith of our narrative with Tatkar, the nimble and pulsating footwork.
Dha dhin dhin dha dha dhin dhin dha. Tin tin ta trak dhin dhin dha. Takit ghin 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 ghin takit ghin takit ghin takit ghin takit ghin ghin takit ghin takit ghin
We hope that our presentation was immersive, refreshing, and quenching. We move on to the next part of our program, a dance narrative called The Silent Cry. This is a message, an appeal, an eye-opener. It brings forth the issue of coastal hazards and human insensitivities that have endangered the rufa, a subspecies of the red-knot birds. The narrative interviews poetry, prose, music, and dance. It takes us on the journey that our protagonist Rufus and his flock take when migrating from the south. Unfortunately, the crossing ends abruptly, presenting the silent cry.
Jal, 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 water, water, everywhere, jal, not a drop to drink. Aqua, 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 aqua. Water, water, everywhere. Mul, not a drop to drink. Mul, 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 mul. Water, 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 water. Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. Jal, 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 aqua, aqua. Mul, mul. Water, water.
Water, water everywhere, not a drop to drink. sings. My heart, the land beneath my feet, it sings. A brilliant lifescape gone. In a blink, it sings. My eyes blurry, my call meek. The unstoppable wings that traversed miles and miles are now so weak. But the memories are strong. I'll show you. Come along. Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to be ungracious. I'll introduce myself. I am Rufus. I am a bird, a red knot to be precise, and I'm not pleased to meet you. I knew you would say that's not nice, but here's why. I am endangered thanks to you. Does that answer suffice? I still remember the day we gathered to fly back home. My siblings and I were solidly ready for our long journey. There's Mama, my beautiful Mama. There's Mama, my beautiful Mama. Set to fly with the flock, we take sight, a pretty sight. Cover the skies, chock-a-block. Several thousand miles till we reach your eyes. Eager, led by hunger, we swoop down to the side. But wait, my spirit deflates. Something ain't quite right. Something ain't quite right. Something ain't quite right. Of variance, arrays of opulence, made gay my existence, made way for subsistence, sun rays of acceptance, a play of luminance, made way for confidence in days of abundance. Those days of abundance, those days of abundance. A land of prosperity is oh so sparse. Open skies for flutter are now scarce. A wasteland of sorts, of crab harvests and oily aborts. The food for your brood, those oysters you slurp, are amassed on my terra. My habitat you disturb. There's Mama, my beautiful Mama, O mother of mine, hard-working, divine. Withdrawn, she stands, beak out of sand. Let young ones eat. She weakly speaks. They need the meat. Arctic won't make her feathers deploy, soundless fall, but choked up call, a gentle nudge, but she won't budge. Wake up, Mama, wake up. Oh please, oh please, oh please, please do wake up, please do wake up, please do wake up. Your days of indulgence, your ways of negligence, your place of dishonor, your place of brilliance. Makes grey my endurance, it frays my existence. Pray, show some repentance, allay my grievance. Pray, show some repentance, allay my grievance. Pray, show some repentance, allay my grievance.
Human ways have already dangerously tipped the balance of these migratory superbirds. But can we at least try to see the impact of our own actions on our own lives? These strong sea walls that we build to keep flooding at bay are actually only causing faster erosion and sinking the land. Our beaches are vanishing, our cliffs are retreading. As seawater infiltrates fresh groundwater and we dig deeper to quench our water needs, we are only going to encounter saltier water. More flooding means our transportation gets affected. The internet gets affected. Wait, what? No Instagram? The list is endless.
It sinks, my heart, the land beneath my feet. It sinks, a brilliant lifescape gone. In a blink, it sinks.
The harsh, painful truth. The narrative does not provide solutions, but I hope it sparks sensitivity and thinking amongst us about the long-lasting impact of our actions. We are already facing the consequences of some of our choices right now as I speak. We may not be able to change the whole situation, but we need to play our little role in this with sincerity. Before we move towards the live part of today's program, I want to thank all of you for being here, for celebrating resilience with us. The world today has been brought to its knees. We all need to get back on our feet. The world needs to dance again.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I heard about the choppy and the glitches. So here's what I'm going to do. This has been wonderful effort from all of us, and I don't want to let it go anywhere down. So I'm going to be posting the whole video and will be informing you all that it has been posted, and then you can watch that video anytime whenever you get a chance. But I will tell you a little bit about the entire production, because after hearing so many complaints that it was choppy or it was glitching, trust me, we had this entire production finished last Sunday. We did the entire post-production throughout this week. Kinnari and me both were on it till 4 a.m., 3 a.m. in the night, in the morning I would say, and we have been working towards it relentlessly. So I don't want you all to be disappointed with my video or the entire production. So I will be posting it on the and inform you all, so you can watch it whenever you get a chance. And yes, that was really beautiful, and I hope you could watch some part of it right now. And I know that the whole thing, which after the first dancing droplets, the second silent cry, created little pathos, and I hope we have learned the lesson with what the situations are right now around us, and we will not take anything for granted, and especially the natural habitat or the species or any endangered species. We will protect and save them. But on a lighter note, let me share one more video that how this entire process, like a small clip of just a minute or so, to give you a background that any production doesn't happen overnight. Even like for a 2-minute video, I put in like 3 to 4 hours when you see the video online there. So I understand the streaming and the internet, but we also need to thank all these platforms that they have brought us all together and we are able to connect with each other. So thanks to all these platforms, thanks to VUC for having me here and was able to host the show. They have been helping me throughout right now, and we will be posting the video so that you can all watch it, especially my students, their parents, because I know they have been really patient and given me all the support and love. So I'm going to share that production making video and hope you all like it, and the mood is created little on a lighter note.
साउंड बैकग्राउंड वो कर देंगे नीचे थोड़ा और हाँ रेड नोट्स के बाद ऊपर उठा
आपको थोड़ा उस तरफ खड़ा रहना है।
हाँ
एक सेकंड।
परफेक्ट है ये एंगल।
ओके
प्रिस्टीन अनसेंट आपने चालू किया है?
या
प्रिस्टीन अनसेंटेड एंड फॉर्मलेस पावरफुल किन्नरी मागे ये आर्या मागे जा हाँ ओके इट्स रिकॉर्डिंग ओके लेट इट बी ओके वो पीआर पे वहां पर लोग है चलेगा ना ओके आई एम प्लेइंग द ऑडियो लुक इन द फ्रंट रिकॉर्डिंग इज देयर
I am back. Hope you all enjoyed this blooper making of the entire production, and we go on to the next part now. That I would love to welcome on board Parvati Dattaji, Didi. She is Kinnari has introduced her already, but meri taraf se namaste Didi. I hope you were watching. I know there were a lot of glitches in choppy video, but kya karu? This internet and everything, you all know that how it works. We finished the entire production yesterday night at around everything at 12 a.m. So we tried our best, but as I said, I will be posting it again. But I'm really honored that she is on board, and Mahagami Gurukul is doing fantastic work. And I have been watching her post and following her, and she's a very silent. Sorry, one second. Sorry, I think what happened. I think, yeah, this is better. No, why? Where is? Sorry, one second. I just lost my video. Are you all able to see me?
Yes.
Okay. So I have been following Didi for like, and she knows me since 15 years probably. जब मैं छोटी महाराज जी के पास कभी वर्कशॉप में वगैरह आती थी तो, and she knows me since then. And महागमी गुरुकुल औरंगाबाद जो उनका यूनिवर्सिटी है, it's a fantastic place. I have always been mesmerized whenever I look at the pictures. I have never been there, but जब भी देखती हूँ तो ऐसे लगता है मैं एकदम I am in heaven. तो मुझे I would love to hear from you also दीदी, क्योंकि ये जो फंड रेजर था, how did you find this fundraiser, कैसे लग रहा है आपको, and how your journey has been for Mahagami Gurukul and your own Kathak journey and Odissi journey. So आप please बताइए.
Thank you, Pallavi, for inviting me. Thank you so much. And you know that I've always liked your work, and I vividly remember the days when you would be with all enthusiasm learning in Maharaji's workshop. And since then, I've been noticing that you've been very inspired and motivated with the kind of work that you've been doing. So to begin with, let me thank and congratulate all the dancers today who danced for this festival. All my love and blessings
Thank you,
to
Didi.
all of them. And I also hope that post lockdown, all of you should be able to come to Mahagami. I will be very happy to welcome everyone with this desire to feel the nature and dance in a space which is surrounded by nature.
By
And
nature,
today you did a dance dedication to nature. तो इसलिए भी मुझे और लग रहा है कि yes, Mahagami was built with this kind of love and care, that there has to be a silent place where there are trees, there are birds, there are other inhabitants also who are watching us, or maybe coexisting with us. So this is a small little thing that we are doing, and we, being dancers, all of us, we tend to be more sensitive and more reflective whenever something happens around us. तो उस तरह से तो ये एक जो अभी कोविड सिचुएशन, जो सडनली overnight things changed all over the world, and it began with China, and then I think in the US the news started coming little earlier than India, because in India things were being cautioned, but at that time, like I'm talking about last year, maybe February or March 2020, so there were not so many cases in India, because that time, even in Aurangabad, there was no one. There was one scholar who had gone abroad for some kind of science conference, and when she returned, then she was asked to go for a COVID test. So it all began with some kind of update, like a news update, that something is happening and you have to be very careful. And from that point, abhi ek saal ho chuka, it's been more than a year, and things have changed.
Drastically.
Drastically things have changed. तो एक बात तो ये है कि performances have stopped, and theaters, auditoriums, and classrooms, dance studios, that is something which artists have always been voicing and sharing with each other, and we've been, like thinking how do we replace it and how do we create a substitute for this, for which all of
Correct.
us ended up starting something online and all.
Yeah.
That is one part of it, and I mean we can always keep on critically analyzing what is the what are the pros and cons of doing things online, because that's not something which is in our hand. अभी
Yeah.
कैसे है कि कोई डांसर अगर स्टेज पे नाचता है और वो पूरी तैयारी और पूरी मेहनत से नाचता है, that's something else. But
Yeah.
when it is through technology, I think it is the technology that has to take the responsibility and not the
Bilkul,
art.
bilkul, bilkul. But
Isn't
but
it?
still, I
So,
mean, I
yes.
agree, totally agree.
So even I mean, you were feeling little concerned about like little bit of glitches, and but I think it's about the streaming service or the streaming platform or maybe the bandwidth. There are other factors,
So
which
many
is
factors.
yeah, which is not something that we can take care of,
Bilkul,
because we are relying on some kind of service that is available to us.
bilkul.
That is one part of it. I think I must congratulate everyone who is trying to reach out to their audiences, trying to reach out to their communities in whatever way they can, and
Bilkul.
doing it with some kind of vision and some kind of sensitivity. That is
Bilkul.
most important.
That is more
That
important.
you are doing something with some kind of sensitivity, some
Yeah.
message, and something that has touched you.
Mm.
I mean, let us welcome all that. And
Yes.
online has also brought the whole dance community closer, I thought.
Together. Yes,
Isn't it,
absolutely.
Pallavi?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Bilkul.
that has been the positive side of it, that
Yes.
we are talking to each other, we are meeting each other, and we would have never thought of doing it. Actually, it's like, you
Bilkul.
know, I mean, physically, agar kabhi gaye, tabhi milenge. Otherwise,
Bilkul.
that was the kind of mental block with which we all functioned. So now I think intellectually, artistically, we should be able to work better because we are able to vibe with each other much in a much compassionate way. We are more connected. I'm also so touched by your gesture, Pallavi. I mean, it's just that something which I started thinking when I was looking around, and it's been a year that at Mahagami Gurukul also students are not able to come. Some of the adults are coming, but we cannot keep the residential facility open right
Yeah.
now. And some of the younger learners cannot come because there are other factors. I mean, they are also going through these rounds of COVID and all that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the entire family is hospitalized or the entire family
I
is in
know.
isolation. So I've been wondering what is happening with the children, because we know that there are many people who are jobless, many people are without
Bilkul.
work, many people are without any opportunities now. I mean, we all know about what is happening with people who have been working or who are freelancers or who were into some kind of small or big business. But I mean, it's very important to also think about the children, because they are not going to the school, they are not going to
Yes,
the
of
college,
course.
they are not going to the dance and music classes, they are not playing
Bilkul.
in the gardens, they are not
Bilkul.
meeting friends and families, and they are not celebrating, they are not going for outings.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I started feeling that no, we have to cheer the children in some
Bilkul.
way or other. What do we do? What can we
This
do?
is the only thing, Didi. I took on this challenge that let me teach them online, and let's bring that cheer, motivation, and that whole thing together. So the entire
Exactly.
project I taught them online. We did not meet at all. We just did two rehearsals in person, and then we directly did the filming. So yeah, I mean, I totally agree that they are also getting affected so
Right.
badly.
So now I think dance and music plays the role of a kind of therapy, a kind of
Yeah,
motivation.
correct.
Um, I mean, if we can bring some kind of positivity and we can bring some kind of hope, some kind of rejuvenation or rehabilitation
Yes,
kind.
yes.
तो ऐसे ही करते करते फिर I came up with this, because when every year we used to have this festival on World Dance Day,
Yeah.
and we would be rehearsing, planning, and I would choreograph something new, uska music chal raha hai, ye chal raha hai. Now this year there was absolute stillness because I don't know what will I do on World Dance Day, because every time I cannot make a recording, video recording and show it, then it
Yeah,
becomes,
yeah.
that whole activity also becomes, in itself, where is the rasa and where is
बिल्कुल,
the
बिल्कुल.
spontaneity, once in a while.
बिल्कुल.
I mean, I have also done that. So we've planned and recorded well and everything. We've streamed it and we've shown it to our audiences and all that. But do we do this every time for every festival? So I
No.
thought, no, let me do something in a different way. So I came up with the Sanskrit version of my book. I said, "Chalo, let us translate this book into Sanskrit," and we launched that book. And before that, we will prepare khadi masks, which are very
Wow.
safe. It's like double, triple layered,
Correct.
that are also recommended by doctors, because they say for children not to use these synthetic
Yes.
material and all that, because I mean, like, at the confines of their own homes, they don't have to actually be covered with that kind of masks which the doctors or the medical practitioners use. So
बिल्कुल.
I thought, chalo, can I do that? Can I create masks and print some of these colorful illustrations from the dance book? Then I started talking to some people. And you must be knowing, in India, there is a strict lockdown, in Maharashtra especially. And so these people who make the masks and who do the printing, these artists were all, in their lockdown situation. So I had to write
Wow.
letters requesting them that can they be allowed to come for 5 hours, 6 hours. And so that's how we started doing the mass production of the masks. And then I just posted an appeal. I said, will anyone want to join me? Because I'm doing
Yes.
this. I want to um, spread some joy and hope with children,
Yeah.
and especially
बिल्कुल.
the children who are deprived, who are underprivileged,
Hmm.
especially those children who are really, they are really confused. What is happening? What has
Yeah.
happened to the world?
I
We are
know.
not stepping out, we are not playing, we are not talking to anyone, we are not meeting our neighbors. So what is
Hmm.
happening? I think psychologically they are going through a strange distress, I would say. So we just thought, okay, we'll make this mask. And it was a dream for me, because I didn't know how this will work. In this
बिल्कुल.
strict lockdown, how will people
Yes.
come
Yes.
and make those masks, and how will I
Yeah.
collect it, and how will I? But it all happened, I think, God's grace. And
बहुत बहुत.
then I think motivation from our artist community, dance community, they all welcomed this idea.
Yeah.
And then the mask has been traveling now. So it is going to the slums, it's going to rural places, underprivileged, and they're sharing such beautiful pictures as and when possible. Some of these,
Correct.
like the orphanages and all, there are strict rules. They don't allow any photo session or anything. So they
Hmm.
can't take pictures, but like these slums and all, yes, they wore their mask and they danced.
Oh, so cute.
They all stepped out of their little homes and they started dancing. So
I know.
all this, I thought, oh my God, this is the biggest gift that we can get on
बिल्कुल.
World Dance Day. Now we can share with everyone.
बिल्कुल. बिल्कुल.
So,
And
thank
I'm
you
so
so much, Pallavi. You
lucky
were,
that I'm so happy that I could be also a part of this small little whatever way I could.
yes, thank you, Pallavi, for for thinking about this, because it brings so much of motivation and so much of support. Sometimes we start doing something and we feel that पता नहीं हम ये क्यों कर रहे हैं, you know
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
and then you have these voices coming and joining your voice also, and people who
बिल्कुल.
want to do like a shout out for you also,
Shout
and
out
for
for
this
you.
kind of a cause or something. So it's a great motivation, and I'm really blessed to have this kind of support. And I do hope that together as a community we should be able to build a better future now. I think
बिल्कुल.
post COVID, this is what artists will have to do. They will have to
Yes.
bring back everything that has been lost.
Yes, बिल्कुल. That's our duty. Yeah. Thank you, Didi, so much. ऐसे ही आपके blessings, आपके wishes, and please keep supporting. And whatever work has been happening in Mahagami और आपसे भी, it is just wonderful. And mind blowing, and I'm really happy. I felt so satisfied after starting this initiative, because I was so restless when I heard about India going in. My motherland is in so much trouble. I'm so far off. I always keep thinking about my mother, that how would she be, tackling the entire situation. She's all alone. Likewise, I keep thinking about, and then when I started hearing from my near and dear ones, I was like, how can I be like a small help to anybody? And then your thing came in. So I am really happy that I could be a part of this. And thank you so much, Didi, for coming on board also and giving your precious time and such valuable perspective to the entire artist and the student fraternity. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So,
Best
thank
wishes.
you. Thank you, Didi. So now we have another special guest on board, that is Matthew Straub, as Kinnary introduced, or Matt Straub. He is the founder, producer of Performing Arts Educator, and we are going to chit chat for like 5-7 minutes, and then that's how we will conclude the show. The reason for calling him was, of course, it's an honor to call him, but we have a great association since almost 2018, I would say. And that journey has been really wonderful with him, that he's been so cooperative, so supportive of giving this huge platform, prestigious platform. I performed at Lincoln Center and I performed at Carnegie, and it's dream come true to come at this prestigious stages, where you take your lifelong journey. It takes you lifelong to reach that stage. But when I met Matt, this is how it happened, and we came on board, and I was able to come on that prestigious stage. So all thanks to Matt, and welcome on board. It's a great honor to have you here.
Fine. Can you hear me? First
Yes,
of all,
Matt.
excellent.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I'll make a few points here. Thank you very much. First of all, I think any production issues, I did not have problems on we have 5G here. We're lucky.
Yeah.
So I'm suspecting that the buffering and all of that might be internal to whatever the procedure is, it gets from here to there. So, but I'm glad that the result is I have a copy. I can get a copy of that excellent performance.
Thank you.
This is not hollow. I have written a book on pantomime, a textbook, and I've seen so many similarities. I'm a flute player, and the music, in addition to being supportive and not overbearing, could stand alone on its own. So I was quite impressed. I also want to compliment you on your bravery. A couple of times we've seen you under pressure and you don't crack. When it's not working, you can really, but you handle it very well. And we're sort of like at the early days of television. You're not old enough to know that, but when you had live TV, anything could happen. So you handle it very well. So you're very brave. I will say one thing is COVID has driven us out of the studios into nature. And you use the horizon very well, the color very well, the sound, which is a difficult thing, was excellent.
Yes.
So so what your production qualities are professional. And here again, that's not a hollow thing, because I've tried some of it myself. And when the split screen, when the screen doesn't share, and all of that,
Yes.
So let me say a couple of things. First of all, I totally agree with all the opinions have been expressed here before. The children are the most important. That's the future. I mean, it's not hard to say that at all. And the fact that they can't get out and socialize, dancing is certainly an expressive way. So I will say one thing. I put on performances in these major halls, not so you can come and dance for strangers, but because we don't sell tickets to the outside. These are all internal. So when you are dancing on a stage, like the last production of this next production, probably of about 12, 13 groups, maybe 3 or 4 will be Indian groups. Okay. what we are doing is helping mainstream Indian culture. It has successfully happened with the Mexican Americans. So that if you have a Mexican American group with a mariachi band, first of all, you know what a mariachi band is. This is not general knowledge to the average American 10 years ago. And they're not strange. They can actually see the art for what it is. And it's not a stereotype. It becomes something. Same thing with Indian dance. Now, I was brought in, God bless him, through Ravi Shankar way back when. And it just wasn't pretty music and just wasn't a stereotype. He actually took me in depth into what the music was, what a raga was, just so. And that's what I see what we're doing here, so that it is not unusual to have an Indian dance group be a curiosity, but be something so we can actually start to see the different forms of Indian dance, the beauty that underlies it. Maybe it's not a commercial thing in any way. So that's why I value your contribution. And it's thank you very much. So please keep the work up.
Yes, thank you. Thank
And
you. I hope everybody enjoyed with all these glitches and this is not in our hands. So, but I will be posting so that and let you all know that this is uploaded already, and you can again watch the whole performance. So that way nobody misses on anything.
thank you.
So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Matt, and thank you, Parvati Didi, once again for coming on board with us. And hope everyone stays safe, blessed, and we all fight this beast and we come together on a different platform again, right? Thank you, and I would like to say thank you to all the audience and all the great maestros sitting in the audience. So thank you so much for joining in. We will come back again with some different project, hopefully live on stage and not online. Looking forward to that. So yes, thank you. And here's I'm signing off from here now. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye bye.